Interesting to Ian here, because your company recently made a very strategic acquisition of a video server company.
Yeah.
Now, where does 3D fit in that workflow? And in the new workflows for the new TV paradigm, where does 3D fit in that for Harman?
I think at the moment, a lot of the broadcasters are in a holding pattern with 3D, where they're trying frame-compatible mode, establishing and testing the market, essentially frame-compatible 1080i. Undoubtedly, in the production environment, 3D has its outlet through cinema. And I think that the key issue now is this issue between bespoke development for 3D versus sort of normal 2D playout. And there are a series of dilemmas, technical dilemmas associated with 3D delivery, the differences in production techniques and so forth. And I think that for the time being, the production process that's associated with 3D will remain a distinct production process. I think that it's quite likely that the interaction between storage and head end will become more involved, and probably we'll see game shows using 3D graphics as a bridge between the cinematic 3D experience and traditional 2D. And I think that a lot of the broadcasters, especially in these cost-conscious times, are on the one hand trying to respect the existing broadcast infrastructure that they've got at the moment, and on the other aspect looking at what budgets, what viewer take-up is. So I think it very much is a holding pattern, and I think that we will see bespoke infrastructure put in place, but only if it proves itself as a good addition onto HD infrastructure.
But come back to Simon here, Mark, a point you made about workflows and what Ian says there about building a separate workflow. Is that going to be a big challenge, do you see, for the industry? Because I think there's two elements to this. There's the ramifications for yourselves as the industry, then there's the consumer. But first of all, how difficult is it constructing a 3D workflow?
It's got a lot easier this year. So basically, the key understanding is you can't, just to mention the conversion side, you can't use a 2D to 3D converter and hope that your programming is going to look good in 3D. There are people out there who think they can do that. That doesn't work. It did work in HD because all you were doing was upping the resolution. In 3D it won't work. It will work for certain shots and in certain environments where you can't get 3D cameras. Helicopters, for example, is a good environment where actually 2D, 3D conversion works quite well. Down low-level shots of football players, or let's face it, ballet seems to be another thing that's coming up. Ballet dancers aren't going to work converted. So you have to be aware of that. The workflow really is targeted on making sure the 3D is high quality. I think the key thing that will kill 3D is low quality 3D. And that our focus is to make sure that we deliver good 3D with the teams that we're working with, and they can deliver the quality that's very high end, if you like. So basically, from a consumer point of view, the set-top boxes, they're capable out there already. We're using delivery techniques which allow you to use your existing hardware, so there's no more purchase around that. You have to purchase a new 3D TV, so I think that the broadcasters are being sensible to the fact you've got to buy a new TV, so don't have to buy a new box. And you can experience it. I showed 3D to my kids last night for the first time, and they're not interested in the overall end resolution. What they're interested in is the impact of seeing something in 3D, where you're so used to seeing it flat on the television.